What is going on, guys? Casey here, and today we're going to be going over the fundamentals of Kotlin. Hopefully over the next couple weeks we will have a firm foundation on Kotlin so we can build up upon that and get into some complex or intermediate topics. But today we're going to be covering variables and functions, and if we have enough time we might get into some things like classes, conditionals, stuff like that. But without further ado, let's get into the video. So first things first, for today's video, I love stocks, so we are going to reference stocks in this video. Hopefully it's not too confusing, but I'm sure you guys can still follow along. So we're gonna start out by creating a constant. For some of you guys, if you're Swift developers, Kotlin and Swift are very similar, so if you're learning Kotlin for the first time, hopping over to Swift is gonna be very easy for you as well. But we're going to create a constant, like a ticker symbol. Those don't change. So, tick symbol, not ticker symbol. This might be QQQ for the tech people out there. We create a constant by the keyword val, and we create a variable with the keyword var. So difference is val can't be changed, var can be changed. So I can't say ticker symbol equals JJJ. It's going to yell at me. One variable that we will have is an account balance. And our account balance could be $100. And this would be an inferred variable. So it's inferred because we did not define what type account balance is. This is a double here, but Kotlin infers based off of the value what type the variable is. So if I wanted to say account balance, as you can see here, it is of type double. Another thing we could do is we can create an explicit variable here with account level or something like that. I think Robinhood is levels. And this could be of type int, or it could be of type anything, really. And this really doesn't need to be infer or explicit because it can infer the two. And Kotlin suggests if you don't need to explicitly define the variable type to use the inferred type, it's just a better, cleaner experience all around. Also just a waste of code, honestly. Another cool thing is called a deferred assignment. So we're gonna create a social security number, and that's gonna be of type int, but we don't know the user's social security number yet. So we're gonna do something like sign in or whatever, and then we will now, even though it is a constant, it's never been assigned. So once we assign it, that's not my social security number, and I hope it's not yours because that kind of stinks. But here's a random social security number that now can be used but also can't be changed. Okay, that's kind of a cool thing as well. Now we're going to hop into a thing called string templates. So a lot of times we'll have strings in languages and we need to add a variable to that string. A scenario here, we can have our first name and mine is Casey, and we could have some text like welcome, and we want to display welcome Casey, and we can use that by using a simple template expression and just put in first name here, and this will print welcome Casey. Another thing we can do is an arbitrary expression. So say we want everything to be caps, we could just say this dot to uppercase, but for giggles sake, an arbitrary expression, you can put logic inside here. So I can do a conditional statement or anything like that, but here I'm going to say to uppercase. And you can't do that here, so if I had like if I did to uppercase here, it's just going to put it into an arbitrary expression. But this is a simple expression with a variable and then an arbitrary expression. You can use conditionals or you can extend functionality to that variable. Now we're going to hop over to functions. Functions are initialized with the keyword fun, and then we give it a name, can purchase stock, and we're going to give it a parameter. If you wanted to add more, they're separated with a comma, like this. And also there's a cool thing where you can have a deferred assignment to the parameter. So by default, ticker could be some random string, or if you don't provide the parameter, it uses this as the parameter. So you could just say can purchase stock without passing in a parameter, and it's going to use the default value. But here we're going to return a Boolean, and here we're going to check the user's account balance. So I guess let's get the share price. It's currently at $10. Basically, we're just going to return share price is less than account balance, and that will return. We have an explicit return type Boolean here, and then we are returning that value here. Another cool thing you can do with functions in Kotlin is have an inferred return type, similar to variables. But I can get my favorite stocks, and it could be a function that makes some API call or whatever you need it to do. But I can return here anything I want, and it's going to infer the return type. Okay, so that's kind of a cool thing as well. So you don't have to waste your time and type out return type list, type string. Right, that's explicit, but this is a lot simpler and implicit. So, but yeah, so these are like the basics of the Kotlin language. We're gonna hop into more things like conditional statements, for loops, while loops, ranges, classes. I can show you all really quick. We can create a class. This would be, I don't know, stock. And we can like provide parameter of type string for the name, and then maybe like the stock price, that double. And now inside of this class we can use these variables. So it's similar, I guess, in a lot of languages, but like you don't have to create a getter and setter for these variables. Also, like if you wanted, you could add in here name, a type string, or whatever else you needed in here. But this is a really simple way to initialize a class. A lot of times we do this for like data classes and things like that, and it's very simple and quick. Don't want to waste much more of you guys' time. So next week we're going to be back going over conditionals. We're going to get if statements, casting, for loops, while loops, when loops, all the loops. And if you guys have any questions, let me know in the comments below. I'll be getting back to you guys on those, and hopefully you guys found this beneficial. If this was too simple for you guys, let me know. I just wanted to kind of create a foundation for the basics, and then we could build off of those. So if anyone ever comes along wanting to know more of the basics, I can come back to this video. But I appreciate your guys' time. See you in the next video. Peace.